Alright, I got in front of me here an Olight Ark Pro. This is the new color they come out with. I have done a review on a black Ark Pro, and I'm not trying to make a sales pitch for Olight, but I literally carry that thing with me every day at work, and I've used it extensively. If you haven't seen that video, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one feature on these. You can light a fire with them, and there's very few lights that you can. Pretty much got to the point where this is totally my main light. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. I want to show you the beam shots, but I do need to tell you why I carry the light all the time. If I can get the lighting, this is like a deep purple. I forgot what color they call it, but I'd have to say Olight's got it down pat for being physically appealing flashlights, and this is probably one of the neatest ones. Look at that. And I'm not expecting that to wear down much at all. I have beat this flashlight to no end. You can see on the edges it's faded and that, but I work at a foundry and I use this thing literally every day. I love it. It fits in your pocket perfect. These square lights, front pocket with the clip, you're not going to lose it. And with these Olights, this model specifically, one is the aluminum door for the USB charger. You can't beat that with the hinge. You really can't. I don't know why I like it so much, but that is no rubber thing to pull off, and I do believe it is waterproof to a certain extent. The other one reason why I'm carrying this so much and using it is, one, I play around with people, of course. It's got a very bright green laser. We're going to test it out, and you can turn the laser up and down, a high and a low. See, this thing rockets out there, but just the laser. The other one is the UV. It's got a wickedly bright 365 nm UV, and I started a fire, my other one in the video, and we're going to attempt to do it with this one real quick. And then you have your flood. I got to turn it down. You have your flood, and then of course your spot. Best of both worlds. And the spot, I do believe it was good out to, no, I lost track, 205 meters of throwing. We'll try that out. I want to get some real good shots of the beam on it. The other one, the magnetic base, and it does come with a charger, magnetic charger, and of course you can use the USB. And the magnet on the bottom of this, I haven't compared every flashlight, but I've got a lot of them with magnets on it. This blows everything away for pull, or the amount of poundage it can lift. It must have one heck of a neodymium magnet under it. Let me see if I got something I can use to show you. Yeah, I got a heavyweight spatula here, a real big one, and it lifts it. Is that nuts or what? No matter how you turn this, the magnet flashlight's going to be glued to it for working on something. I use it a lot out in my shed. The clip, like no other. You're not going to find any complaints about the clip with it attached to your front of your pants. Like I said, I slide it right down in the front pocket, leaving the clip out. I don't ever have to worry about it turning on. Never had it turn on me inadvertently. The switch is recessed. They pretty much thought about everything. Check your battery power, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extremely long battery. I'm not sure what they're using, or if they got two batteries in there, smaller ones, or what. It lasts a long time, even on turbo mode. Double in a UI on it's awesome. Double click, you're in a turbo. That's the wide one, and that's the UV. Watch this. Got a giant soda light here that I've found in a UP. Turn this one off. That's from over a foot away in daylight. Oh, that was even on low. I'm telling you, the UV light on this is incredible. So much so, I got some char paper here stuffed into a regular newspaper. Turn that UV on high. Watch this. Within seconds, you got a fire. Hard to beat. And it does have 1,500 lumens of output. I don't want to go, you can read up on your battery life and output and that, but I'm telling you right now, this thing battery life and output for its size, you're just not going to find anything any better. So what I want to do is I'm going to take it out and down the road, down that way, and we're going to hit that tree, which is 62 meters away, and there's a dead tree back there, which it's going to be hard to see. It's actually getting old. When I first started shining flashlights, that tree was alive. If perchance it's showing, there's a tree there at 92 meters, or 93, and that wood line in the back down there. It is a pricey light, but man, is it worth it. In this purple one, I just can't get over it. I really love this, how this thing looks. That's the head, if anybody wants to get a close-up of it. The battery door. That clip is just plain wicked. I really like it. Just want to more show people. It's built solid as well. No need for a case. I'm pretty sure this purple will stay like this because, like I said, this one, I probably had it for 4 months, maybe up to 6, and it's still charging along good without a hiccup. Laser and all. Get it with a laser. So anyways, let's get out there and shine this thing and show you what it's made of. Alright, I got my camera set up so what the human eye can see, and if you do see any hint of IR, it's because I have, using my camera, I point at the sky, and it has a IR filter removed, but it shouldn't affect this at all. And that is the tree at 62 meters away. I don't know if this sound's going to be too loud. I might want to turn it down. We'll see how that works. I hope it's good enough. But anyways, that's 62 meters away. I don't even know what mode I'm in. Okay, that was on high. Let's get the right flashlight. I pulled it out of my pocket, my one I carry all the time. Okay, now that I got the right light. Low beam, I don't know if the camera's picking up. I don't think it is, so I might have the camera turned down just a little bit too much. On low, I can see a reflection off that tree at 62 meters. And on medium, it does light that up pretty good. Alright, that's more like it. So something was there. Now you go to high, 62 meters. I'm not going in the turbo yet. The turbo runs, okay, right here, the 93 or 4 meter tree back there, that dead one, to the right of that live tree in front of these bushes. You can make it out perfectly good. And like I had said during the daytime, down there, way down's 190. I do believe up closer is about 120 or 30. I'm going to click this into turbo. Now it's saying a 200 meter punch on turbo, so we're going to move over to the wood line, and it is. It's easy. It is hitting that wood line perfect. Just perfect. Look at this thing. And this is, you carry it every day in your pocket. You almost forget it's there. And look what it does. That sign's reflected, just terrible. So what I'm going to click the laser on. Actually, we're going to do the wide beam. That's all the way up on turbo with the broad beam. And you can still see that dead tree down there at 93 meters. That is on just the high mode with the broad wide beam. What I want to do is go down the road and show you the difference between the high and the narrow beam. I really like this light. I can't stress enough how much I like it. Let's real quick click into the laser. Like I said, I don't know if the camera will show the laser beam. It's showing it. But it goes and goes and goes and goes. So we are going to go down the road. I'll be right on the other side of that sign. And I'm going to shine back. I'm going to angle the camera down. Be good there. Now let's go up a little bit because I want to hit that tree. switching between the wide and narrow beam, a flick of a switch. But these Ark Pros are some wicked flashlights. So there you are, the Olight Ark Pro. 1500 lumens. It's a monster. Someday I might just get the 1700 lumen Ark Pro Ultra. Only difference is a little bit more wattage, and then it has that Arc Beat color. Check the link out down below for this thing. There you go. Till next time.